Center.
I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Panthers end up on the right side of an 11-point game. Bird had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Falcons beat the 49ers. Patrick had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, we had the Eagles win this one to the tune of 13 points. Up in the HHH Metrodome, we had the Vikings come away with a 7-point win. The Buccaneers offense went absolutely through the roof in their victory at Ralston, Maryland. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Nelson won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. He'll be out for 7 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. This guy is probably the one that most leaps out at you. Unfortunately, it's a torn ACL, and that'll keep him out for the rest of the season. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. This guy is going to be watching from the sidelines for a while, as his injury will deal a major blow to this team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Colts, Patriots. Harris
is in his own territory, would like to get his team out to the midfield stripe. Takes the pitch, goes off right tackle, bursts through the hole. Look at him go! The 20, the 10, touchdown! 62 yards!
The Patriots go on to win this by the final score of 27-16. The Cardinals won on the road and will now head home to meet the Patriots. Number 10 had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Raiders beat the Steelers. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Terrell Owens will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 4 years, $25.1 million. On top of that, a $2.5 million signing bonus. This guy will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Ravens. Donald Driver will be moving on from his current address, and he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 5 years, $17.3 million. Added on to that, a $3.4 million signing bonus. Marvin Harrison is on the move as well as he signs a 3-year contract with the Vikings.
Higgins stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Deep in Cajun country in New Orleans, we had the Saints get nipped by 3 points. Lions, Bears. Number 16
surveys the defense at the 25. Extra receivers split out. That's the tight end. Even though he's got double coverage, heads to the corner, touchdown. What a throw.
The Lions win this one by the final score of 24-17. Down at Pro Player Stadium, we had the Dolphins lose by a 9-point margin. The Chargers rushed for an incredible 200-plus yards in their win at Reliant Stadium. The Browns won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Cowboys. And last but not least, we had the Bills come away victorious. So as usual, plenty of surprises around the NFL, and heck, we just got into week 1. My primetime players' game balls go out to these gentlemen, each one with a fine start to the season. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.